Katt Williams just made another big, wild claim, and the internet went crazy almost instantly. The second Katt started talking, people online went into full detective mode. Everyone started guessing, pointing fingers, and trying to connect clues. And like always, one name ended up right in the middle of the mess: Tekashi 6ix9ine. Somehow, this guy never really disappears. He can vanish for a few months, stay quiet, then suddenly pop back up with bright rainbow hair, loud posts, and non-stop headlines. Every time people think the drama is finished, boom, his name jumps right back into the spotlight, especially when people start talking about cooperating with police, telling information, or helping investigators. Now, Katt Williams is out here saying that some people are still helping the feds, like it's a regular job they never quit, and that's why people immediately thought of Tekashi. But before we try to figure out what Katt really meant, we need to rewind a bit, because Katt didn't say this for no reason. Tekashi's name has been connected to snitch jokes, memes, arguments, and debates for years. It's been floating around hip-hop culture like a dark cloud that never goes away. Some people say it all ended back in 2019, but every time the word cooperate comes up, Tekashi's face pops into the conversation like magic. This time, Katt didn't just hint at it, he made people talk again. Everyone remembers how fast things changed for Tekashi. He went from being loud, flashy, and trolling everyone online to being known for working with federal authorities. It happened quicker than anyone expected. He jumped into a tough street lifestyle, even though people warned he wasn't built for it. Still, he kept pushing himself into that world until everything collapsed. In 2018, the police came in hard. There were serious charges connected to robberies, violence, and organized crime. According to public records, Tekashi cooperated almost immediately, faster than anyone had ever seen. Suddenly, courtrooms were full of documents, videos, and reports showing him pointing people out, explaining who did what, and breaking down how things worked. Because of that cooperation, instead of facing many years in prison, he got a much shorter sentence. When he came home, the internet went wild. By 2019, the label "snitch for life" was stuck to him. Memes were everywhere, jokes, videos, edits. People didn't let it go. What shocked people the most wasn't even the case itself, it was how Tekashi came back acting like nothing happened, like the reset button was pressed, like everyone forgot. But not everyone stayed quiet. That's where Meek Mill comes in. Back in 2018, before everything exploded, Meek tried to warn Tekashi during an interview. He wasn't disrespectful, he wasn't attacking, he was basically saying, "Slow down. The energy you put out comes back to you." Meek explained that Tekashi was beefing with too many people and acting reckless. He said when you put out dangerous energy, the world gives it right back. Meek even said he tried to talk to Tekashi in person just to give advice. Not about prison, not about fear, just life advice. But Tekashi didn't listen. Instead of calming down, Tekashi turned up the drama. He went online and called Meek fake, said Meek wasn't really about the streaks. That made everything worse. By 2020, their back and forth turned into full-blown internet chaos. Meek went online and said he hoped Tekashi would apologize to the people he told on and the people who got hurt. He didn't stop there. He added more comments that made things even messier. Tekashi fired back fast, saying wild things meant to shock and embarrass Meek. That crossed personal lines, and the internet exploded. Meek responded again, calling Tekashi a keyboard snitch and saying he hides behind protection while chasing attention. Tekashi dropped a song called Gooba. Meek jumped back online and trashed it. Tekashi clapped back again. Their fight turned into a circus with millions of people watching every move. Then came the 2021 Atlanta parking lot moment, a loud, chaotic situation outside a club that went viral instantly. Meek said Tekashi waited around for him and tried to start something. Videos showed Tekashi surrounded by security and police nearby. To a lot of people, this looked like proof that Tekashi felt untouchable, like he could poke real street dudes and never face consequences. That's when people online started whispering about something deeper. Some fans noticed Tekashi got caught in situations that usually bring serious trouble, but somehow he kept walking away clean. That made people start saying things like, maybe he's still helping the government. Comments flooded social media. People said Katt Williams was definitely talking about him. Others said he never stopped snitching. Some even said Katt was being smart by not naming names. Katt never said Tekashi's name, but the internet filled in the blanks. To make things even more confusing, Tekashi started calling other rappers snitches. He even accused Young Thug of cooperating. That shocked a lot of people. Fans couldn't believe it. They said it was like the pot calling the kettle black. Tekashi defended himself by saying the people he cooperated against weren't his real friends, but the streets didn't accept that answer. People said, you ate together, you traveled together, you made videos together, stop lying. That's why Katt's words hit so hard. He didn't reveal new facts, he repeated the way people have argued about for years, that Tekashi may have never stopped cooperating, not in 2018, not in 2019, maybe not even now, at least according to internet rumors. The way he moves, the protection around him, the drama without consequences, it all made people connect dots again. Katt said one sentence, rappers working for the Fed, and instantly the internet said he's talking about the rainbow-haired guy. Now the debate is louder than ever. Was Tekashi just protecting himself? Was he breaking the street code? Was he trying to survive? Or is the internet blowing everything up for views? Nobody agrees. So now it's your turn. Did Katt Williams say too much? Or did he finally say what people have been whispering for years? Like, subscribe, share, and support the MC Trip channel because this story is far from over. The moment Katt Williams opened his mouth, the internet hit panic mode. Phones started buzzing, comment sections exploded, and everyone suddenly became a detective. People weren't even asking if Katt was talking about someone, they were asking who. And almost instantly, one name rose to the top like it always does: Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's almost unbelievable how this keeps happening. Every time the world goes quiet around him, every time people think the drama is finally done, his name pops back up again like it never left. Katt didn't yell, he didn't point fingers, he didn't name names. He only dropped one simple idea: some rappers are still working for the feds. That was it, one sentence, but that sentence was like lighting a match in a room full of gasoline, because everyone online already had someone in mind. Tekashi has been connected to this kind of talk for years. His name shows up every time people talk about cooperating, snitching, or avoiding consequences. Even when he disappears for months, people never really forget. Then he comes back with rainbow hair, loud music, bold claims, and suddenly the spotlight follows him again like it never left. That's why Katt's words hit so hard. This wasn't new information, it wasn't breaking news. It was more like someone saying out loud what people have been whispering for a long time. And when that happens, things get loud fast. People started replaying old clips, old interviews, old court cases, old beefs. Everything Tekashi ever did came back under the microscope. And the biggest question was simple but heavy: did he ever really stop cooperating? Some folks say the whole thing ended years ago, that he paid his price, served his time, and moved on. But others say that doesn't explain how he keeps slipping out of trouble, how he keeps poking people without real consequences, how he walks around like nothing can touch him. That's where the theories start. People online say, look at how bold he is. Others say, look at how protected he seems. Some say, nobody acts like that unless they feel untouchable. And suddenly, Katt's sentence felt bigger than it sounded, because Tekashi's story has never been simple. He didn't grow up famous, he didn't start as a respected rapper. He started as a loud internet personality who knew how to get attention. He trolled, he insulted, he laughed at danger, and for a while it worked, until it didn't. When the police stepped in back in 2018, everything changed overnight. Reports say Tekashi cooperated very fast, very fast. Court documents, videos, and testimony painted a picture that shocked the culture. People who expected him to stand strong were stunned when he walked away with a much shorter sentence than anyone imagined. From that moment on, his name was never the same. The jokes never stopped, the memes never ended, and no matter how many songs he dropped, no matter how loud he shouted, that label followed him everywhere. Then came Katt Williams. Katt has a reputation. When he talks, people listen, not because he's always right, but because he's fearless. He says things others are scared to say. So when he hinted that some rappers are still feeding information, the internet didn't shrug it off. They locked in. And the first face they saw? Rainbow hair, loud laughs, viral chaos.
Something unexpected happened. He cooperated. Public records say he worked with authorities, gave information, and helped build cases. Because of that, his sentence was reduced. When he walked free much earlier than expected, the culture was shocked. That's when everything changed. From that moment on, people stopped seeing Tekashi as just a troll rapper. They started seeing him as a symbol, a walking example in debates about loyalty, survival, and street rules. Some people understood his choice. They said he did what he had to do to stay alive. Others felt betrayed. They said once you cross that line, you can't go back. And Tekashi didn't exactly help himself. After prison, instead of laying low, he jumped right back into the spotlight. He mocked his critics, he trolled rappers, he acted like nothing touched him. That boldness made people suspicious. Then came more drama, more beefs, more arguments, more moments where he seemed protected. When he showed up surrounded by heavy security or police, people started asking questions. Why does he move like this? Why does he feel so safe provoking dangerous situations? That's where the rumors grew. Some fans believe he never stopped cooperating. Others think that's just internet imagination running wild. But when Tekashi started calling other rappers snitches, especially people facing serious legal trouble, the backlash was huge. People said, how can you accuse others when your own past is public? Tekashi defended himself by saying the people he cooperated against weren't real friends, but the streets didn't accept that. To them, loyalty isn't something you erase with excuses. And that's why Katt Williams' words landed like a bomb. Katt didn't accuse, he didn't explain, he simply spoke. And in doing so, he reopened a conversation that never truly ended. Now the internet is divided again. Some say Tekashi is just playing the game smart. Others say he crossed a line that can't be uncrossed. Some believe Katt said too much. Others think he finally said enough. And until real answers come out, if they ever do, the debate will keep spinning. Because in hip-hop, stories like this don't fade away. They echo. At this point, one thing is crystal clear. This conversation is not ending anytime soon. Katt Williams didn't just make a comment, he pressed a reset button on a debate that hip-hop has been arguing about for years. And whether you agree with him or not, you can't deny the impact. One sentence reopened old wounds, restarted old arguments, and reminded everyone that some stories never truly go away. This isn't just about Tekashi 6ix9ine, it's about trust, it's about image, it's about survival versus loyalty, and it's about how the internet can turn one moment into a lifetime label. Some people believe Tekashi did what he had to do to stay alive. They say when your life is on the line, there are no rules, no codes, no expectations. They believe survival comes first, always. To them, the jokes, the memes, and the insults ignore the reality of fear and pressure. Others feel completely different. They believe once you choose a certain lifestyle, you accept the rules that come with it. To them, crossing that line changes everything forever. They say no amount of music, money, or fame can erase that moment. That's why the label sticks. That's why the past keeps getting dragged back into the present. And then there's the internet. The internet never forgets. It never forgives easily. It keeps screenshots, clips, interviews, and court documents alive forever. Every move Tekashi makes is watched closely. Every mistake is magnified. every bold moment is questioned. That's why Katt Williams' words landed so hard, because the internet already had the evidence lined up in its mind. But here's the truth most people don't like to admit. Nobody outside the courtroom truly knows everything. We see headlines, we hear rumors, we watch clips edited for reactions, but the full truth is often more complicated than memes and comments make it seem. That's why debates like this never end. Everyone fills in the gaps with their own beliefs. Katt Williams didn't give answers, he gave fuel. And now it's on the audience, on you, to decide how you see it. Do you think Tekashi is still living under protection? Do you think the internet is unfairly obsessed with his past? Do you think Katt Williams said too much? Or do you think he finally said what people were afraid to say out loud? There is no single correct answer. That's why this conversation matters. Hip-hop has always been more than music. It's about stories, choices, consequences, and how fast success can turn into chaos. Tekashi's story is extreme, but it reflects something real. How fame can protect you and expose you at the same time. How attention can be power, but also a prison. And Katt Williams, he plays the role he's always played. The truth teller to some, the troublemaker to others. But one thing he's never been is quiet. When he speaks, people listen, not because they agree, but because they feel something. That's the power of conversation. So now it's your turn to be part of it. If this story made you think, drop your opinion in the comments. If you agree with Katt, say why. If you think the internet went too far, explain your side. If you're tired of the debate, tell us that too. There's no wrong take, just real perspectives. Like this video if you appreciate deep breakdowns instead of clickbait. Subscribe if you want more stories that connect the dots without hiding the details. Share this with someone who's been arguing about this topic. Let's see what they think. Supporting the channel isn't just about numbers, it's about keeping real conversations alive. Stories like this don't exist to push hate, they exist to explore truth, rumor, and everything in between. Because whether Tekashi's name ever clears or not, whether Katt ever explains himself or not, whether the internet ever moves on or not, one thing is certain. This story isn't over, and as long as hip-hop exists, conversations like this will keep coming back, louder, deeper, and more complicated every time. Now, let us know what you think. The comments are open.